Kia's 2025 SUVs. The Sportage, for instance, wouldn't be the same without its multiple drive modes. Neither would the Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display, or the Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. Each and every detail carefully orchestrated to enhance the entire composition. Ah, that does sound nice. The 2025 Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
And the umpires are on the field right now, and they are exchanging lineup cards. Lance Barrett is behind the plate. Alfonso Marquez is the first base umpire. Carlos Torres is at second, and Brian Walsh is the third base umpire. And Matt Cottrell brings out the lineup card, as does Brad Ausmus for the Yankees. And Yankees trying to make it 2 in a row today over the Royals. One more thing I did not. There were a couple of news and notes that I had for you. One, Luke Weaver threw a bullpen session here today. It's the second bullpen. I'm not sure. They will ask him. I would imagine he will be the one to make the decision and see how he feels and how he looks. That would be kind of interesting if he showed up in Boston. Well, Chris Bubich is taking the mound, 5-3, 1.43 ERA. He's on 10 days rest. He hasn't pitched since he lost against Detroit, 1-0. It was a wild pitch, but he's a really good one. He's a really good young pitcher, and he's been in 12 games, 5-3, ERA of 1.53, 22 walks and 79 strikeouts. So that's almost one walk to every 4 strikeouts. Batters hit 196 off of him. He is hard to pick up. He throws hard. He's got a great changeup. He's got a riding fastball, and he was the May pitcher of the month. He's terrific. We didn't see him all last year because he was recovering from Tommy John, and what they did was really smart. They brought him back as a reliever and just had him get going again. And now this year they've been very careful with him. They're not doing too much. 10 days rest. They're doing that on purpose to have him so that he'll be strong as they head down the stretch. I'd said to Matt Cottrell about being 9.5 games in back of Detroit, and he said, well, at one point in midsummer we were 9 games in back of Cleveland last year, and we still got to the playoffs. So if you think they've given up, they have not. And young team, and they've made a lot of changes, including their number 1 pick, Jack Caglione, who is back. You're going to see him at first base tonight, and that is his natural position. And we saw him, the first ball that he made when they put him at first base, they took Vinny Pasquantino out. He made some play. So we'll see how he is at first base tonight. So here we go. We are coming to you live from the Provident Bank broadcast booth, and as Paul Goldschmidt steps up to the plate, stepping up to the microphone is the new voice of the New York Yankees. Here is Dave Sims.
All right, Susan, thank you very much. Go time here at the Big K Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City on a hot and humid, cloudy night. Yankees coming off a big-time win last night, 10-2. Max Fried gets another win. He's 9-1 with a 1.84 ERA. And tonight, Kansas City's going to throw a good-looking left-hander, Chris Bubich. Works out of the stretch, got a very funky delivery. Here's Paul Goldschmidt leading off. Here's first pitch. Swing and a miss, top of the zone.
And at four-seamer, 93 miles an hour. That's about where he'll sit, 93, 94. Great changeup. As Dave said, coming out of the left side, really funky delivery. He hides the ball really well.
.310 batting average, 7 homers, 29 RBI for Goldie. Fouls one off right side. Paul Goldschmidt, along with Trent Grisham and some of our Yankee traveling party, paid a visit to the Negro League Museum at Baseball Hall of Fame. Bob Kendrick was brilliant as always as a tour guide. Paul learned a lot of stuff that he was unaware of. Here's the 0-2 pitch up high, 1-2. Bubic and Clark Schmidt faced off back on April 16th back at the stadium. Neither one involved in the decision. Bubic, a quick worker, too. Works from that third base side of the river. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Goldie, one away.
Yep, and that's that slider, fastball slider, and that change will be very, very good.
Bubic 5-3, a 1.43 ERA, best in the American League. Career against the Yankees, 0-2. It's totaling 6 games, 3 of them starts, but giving up just a 208 batting average. Here's Ben Rice, 240, 12 homers and 25 RBIs. Here's pitch, lefty on lefty here, and first pitch in there for strike. Ben Rice.
It's got to be so hard for a lefty to see because he hides the ball so well. You can hardly see that left hand when he's in his position to get up and throw.
Next pitch swung on, hit to the second baseman. India gives a little bit of ground. Gobbles it up, throws over to Caglione for the out, 2 down. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge last night. Folks, I watch a lot of baseball. Susan's watched a lot of baseball. It could be a long time before unless he does it again tonight. Hits one up where he hit it last night. The only thing that stopped it from 500 plus feet was a building.
That's right.
Judge 4 for 7 with a home run against Bubic. First pitch, swing and a miss. He didn't cheat himself when he cuts it loose.
And Aaron Boone, if you didn't hear the manager show, was talking about how he snuck up on the stairs so he could get a perfect look at it and saw it go all the way from the Yankee dugout.
There's 0-1, swing and a miss. The pitch down and away from him, 0-2.
Now that changeup, he's got a beauty.
Kansas City at 34-33. They hang their hat on pitching. Yeah. Third in the American League in ERA behind Texas and Detroit. Offensively, it's been a scuffle. Dead last in scoring, dead last in home runs. Here comes the 0-2 to Aaron. Aaron Judge looks at a pitch and swings and fouls it off right side.
And they have not been afraid to try things. I mean, gone is Hunter Renfroe. MJ Melendez was sent down. They brought up some kids. They obviously brought up Caglione to try and get things going. They lost Cole Reagans today. He went on the injured list with something in his rotator cuff, which is not a good thing. But they did get loose.
0-2 down low.
Oh, did he go?
And he said he went. Wow. Alfonso Marquez said he went. Judge standing there. He can't believe it. He cannot believe it. He's not. He's got his head down. He is just in total disbelief that he got punched out on what he thought, and I thought was a check swing. Whoa. Yankees go in order. Yankees nothing. Kansas City coming to bat on.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs grilled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bach beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town. Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Registered trademark.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
A hotel might offer a bar, a resort, a spa. But if you want it all, dining, pools, gaming, clubs, shows, it takes more than the boardwalk. It takes a village. It takes a Borgata, where the best meals meet the hottest tables, where one pool leads to the next. Room service, bottle service, every service. It takes nothing short of a village to make your stay. So we built one. Visit theborgata.com to learn more. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back here at Kauffman Stadium, Jonathan India going to lead it off. He's the second baseman going against Clark Schmidt. 2-3 with a 4.04 ERA. Right-hander delivers. Pitch outside, ball one.
Barnes Firm reminds you this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
1-0 to India, 248 hitter. With 3 homers and 18 runs batted in. And there's a breaking ball for strike, 1-1.
If you're injured, one call to make. Barnes Firm Injury Attorneys, 1-800-8-million.
India led off the 6th inning with a home run for Kansas City in what became a 10-2 Yankee win. His career 1 for 6 against Schmidt. The right-hander deals inside, way inside, ball 2. India, Witt Jr., and Garcia, top 3 in the order. Matt Quatrero hails from the Albany area. Schmidt into the line, 2-1 pitch, way outside, 3-1. Missed badly.
Yeah, and that's a cutter, just sort of zoomed outside. One of the things Clark Schmidt got to work on is early control. It's already 3-1. He uses a lot of pitches early on.
3-1 to India leading off. Here's a pitch to the right-hand hitting second baseman, and tried to paint outside and missed. So he walks the first man that he sees. One of the things that Aaron Boone was talking about, he's got to deal with his command, and he's got to have presence on both sides of the plate.
And that was the first walk of the game, brought to you by Route 22 Toyota. Why walk when you could be driving a new Toyota? Route22Toyota.com. And Boone calls it the next level of execution.
You bet. Here's one of the best hitters and one of the best players we have in the game, Bobby Witt Jr. First pitch to him. There's a slider for a called strike. Witt hitting at .291. 8 homers, 37 runs batted in, 22 doubles, 21 stolen bases. He can do it all.
He can do it all. You know, when you're not hitting, though, you can almost not pitch around him, but don't have to pitch him that seriously.
Right-hand hitter, next pitch, fastball, firm. That's the corner.
Right,
there's strike, 0-2.
There's that four-seamer, 95. He can throw it 95, 96. Just get that strike, get early, so he's 0-2 instead of... Now let's see if you can put him away, because a lot of times he'll start nibbling when he gets to 0-2.
We're seeing that a lot. Just underway here at Kauffman Stadium. Here's pitch. Breaking ball. Half swing. A check swing by Witt. Ball 1.
See, that was a non-competitive pitch, as they would call it. That he didn't really have to think about that.
India, decent speed. He's at first. Nobody out. 1-2 pitch here to Witt. Runner holds. Pitch. Fastball outside. Ball 2. So he's ahead 0-2 now. 2-2.
Hey, that's what he does. They're trying to get him to, and he knows. And what he needs to do is be more aggressive in the zone. And he talks about that all the time.
We've seen him have like a hiccup inning. It's really held him back a little bit this year. 2-2. Missed outside again, 3-2.
See, that's exactly what we're talking about. And that's what Aaron Boone was talking about in the manager show. He goes from 0-2 to 3-2. So that's 5 pitches now instead of 3.
Bobby Witt tied for the league lead in doubles with 22. Great right-hand hitter. 3-2 pitch to him. Schmidt deals. Breaking ball, swing on a miss. That was a good slider. Big pitch, needed it. 1 down.
That slider sweeper, whichever he is throwing, has really great movement on it. And that just had a little ride on it. First strikeout of the game presented by Weichert Realtors. Don't settle for a good agent. Go for a great one at Weichert.com.
Witt was 1 for 3 last night, so he's retired. Here's Garcia 0 for 3 last night. Right-hand hitting third baseman. Good arm on this guy. He can play some third. First pitch outside, ball 1. He's hitting at .308, 7 homers and 31 runs batted in.
Good player. That we saw that arm last night. Great arm.
Grisham shading towards right center for him. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball hit off the end of the bat. Backhanded by Goldschmidt. Throws to Volpe for 1, and that's all they'll get. They get the lead runner. Solid fundamental play by Paul Goldschmidt. What else is new? 2 down.
Exactly, and really smart for Volpe not to make that throw. A lot of times a shortstop will just throw the ball because they're going to try, but nothing good can happen. The guy's already past first base, and if you make a mistake, he's standing on second.
So a lot of smarts on exhibition on both sides from both gentlemen there. 3-6 put out gets India. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's Vinny Pasquantino, the DH. He got an infield hit first time up. Went hitless his last 3 ABs. First pitch outside, ball 1. Then he had 279, 10 homers. He's driven in 38.
And Vinny was player of the week last week, so starting to hit the way he knows that he can. He said he might have been trying a little too hard because you try and manufacture runs, and when you try and do something, it usually doesn't happen.
Over to first. Back safely is Garcia. He's got 13 stolen bases. Been caught 7 times. Pasquantino, boy, and Caglione and Sal Perez in the middle of this order. 3 big gentlemen.
Yep.
Then he's 6'3", 245. Caglione 6'5", 250. Sal 6'3", 255. His pitch. Swung on and hit foul down the left field line. So when they get off the bus, I'm sure there's like, pick your spots.
Did you say that he's got 7 caught stealing? He's been caught 7 times, and he's got 13, and he's been caught 7 times?
Yeah, it's 13 out of 20.
Well, maybe he shouldn't steal. He caught 7. He's 13. That's not really good.
Being aggressive.
Well,
to be kind.
Oh, my goodness.
1-1. Roll over, and no, that was close.
Oh.
Nice grab by Paul. And a swipe tag, and what do we got? I got a balk. Home plate umpire, Lance Barrett, waving a runner on.
All right, let's see if we can see that. A balk. He didn't disengage totally from the rubber. Watch it again and note.
So runner at second, 2 down.
Look at it again. Get the right foot on the rubber. He didn't disengage.
Yeah, did a jump throw.
See a little jump, but that foot is still hitting the. Can't do that.
Here's the 1-1 to Pasquantino. Breaking ball down low. Pasquantino, big part. He's out of Richmond, Virginia, and Old Dominion University. Same school that produced their skipper, Matt Quattrero. 2-1. Volpe trying to keep that runner at second close. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball, hit on the ground. Paul Goldschmidt backhands, flips to Schmidt, who got over there plenty of time. And nothing across for the Kansas City Royals. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the second inning with Cody Bellinger leading off for the Yankees. WFAN Yankees Radio.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Cyclists, slow your turns to less than 5 miles per hour.
Play the newest scratch-off games from the New York Lottery. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY.
Good start for Chris Bubich and for Clark Schmidt. No scores. We go to the second. Our cleanup hitter tonight is Cody Bellinger. Brought to you by Citgo. Clean up on savings on every fill-up with Club Citgo. Download the app now to start saving. Lefty on lefty here. Cody hitting at .260 with 9 homers, and he drives one to the gap. Right center field, and that's going to hit the base of the fence. Cody digging for 2. He's going to go for 3, stretching it out. The relay will be incomplete there. It gets past the first and the second relay guys, and in with a triple, Cody Bellinger. It's his third of the season.
And it kind of looked like the relay came into Jonathan India, and he kind of went off his glove, but that was one shot. Cody, who was really excited about getting his, now big boost for Jazz Chisholm, about getting his 1,000th Major League hit last night. And yes, they did get the ball for Cody.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had him on the postgame on the start of the game. Yep. See if Jazz can pick up this run. Jazz at .215, 9 homers, 24 runs, got an in. Looks at the first pitch strike.
Today's Acme Markets home run payoff contestant is Daniel R. from Middletown, New Jersey. Daniel will win a $100 Acme Markets gift card for every homer the Yanks hit in the second. Visit WFAN.com/Acme.
Infield about midway. Runner at third, trying to cut that run off. 0-1 to Jazz. And he takes a pitch outside. Jazz career 2 for 3 against Bubich. Bubich out of Cupertino, California, 27 years old, Stanford University. First round, 40th pick overall. Back in 2018. Here's pitch. There's a slider for a strike. 1 and 2.
Some good pitchers coming out of Stanford. From Mike Messina, Jack McDowell, and for Cody, that's his third triple this season.
1-2 pitch outside, dug out by Sal Perez. 2-2. Anthony Volpe on deck, right-hand hitter.
Jazz said he was feeling fine today. Asked him, "Is you okay?" He said, "Yeah, I'm fine." Neck was jammed a little bit.
2-2. Put it in play, but foul right side. And Susan referring to him stealing third. Head first dive. Hard tag by Garcia. And at the same time, his head hit Garcia's knee.
Well, the throw actually hit Jazz on the helmet. So that started, and then he went into Garcia, but
2-2 swing, a little dribble at third base side, and they're going to let it go foul. Got on the grass, and the grass leveled it. They'd make a left turn to go foul. I thought it was a combination. What on the tag? Because there was also contact with the glove. I don't know if the ball hit him. Hit, as you mentioned, hits Jazz. But he came down also as he grabbed for it.
He was getting the ball.
And he contacted the helmet. So it was double feature, not one you like. Battling here 2-2. Nobody out. Runner at third. Infield halfway. Lefty Chris Bubich against lefty hitting Jazz Chisholm Jr. Pitch away. Fans wanted that one. Looked like it might have been top of the zone on the outside corner, but they don't get the call from Lance Barrett.
Well, let's take a look here. Well, the fans actually might be right. I think Jazz got a break on that one. 93-mile-an-hour sinker.
Here comes the 3-down. Bubich steps off. And so you were here, a little kerfuffle he had with Garcia last year in a playoff, right? And then he also said what they got lucky after they won that one game.
That's what that started. He said it's also harmless when people make that's
3-2 outside, ball 4.
That was a really good at bat by Jazz right there.
The runners at the corners for Anthony Volpe. First walk by Bubich. A really good scoring opportunity here for the Yankees. No score, and the top of the second. Here's Volpe coming off a 2-for-5 night last night. He had a double to right and an infield hit. Volpe, a .319 hitter against left-hand pitching. Yankees as a team do well, 271. And first pitch from Bubich inside, ball 1.
Yeah, usually when Bubich is on, he just throws strike one, does not walk people. He walked people against Detroit. Last time out, he walked a season-high 4 batters.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Defense playing back, and there's a strike. Even the count at 1-1. Pretty good slider.
when he was at Yankee Stadium on April 16th. 4 batters walked and allowed 3 runs in 5 and a third innings. He did not get the decision.
1-1. Volpe swings and fouls it off of Sal Perez off the glove. 1-2. And he and Schmidt faced off in that game.
Kansas City's dropped 10 of their last 16. If they lose today, they'd go back to 500 for the first time since the end of April.
Both Bubic and Clark got into the 6th inning, but neither one involved in the decision. Here's the 1-2 to Volpe. Swing on, bouncing ball to the shortstop. Witt, 2-hop, throws the second for 1. Over to first, Volpe beats it, and that's a run scoring. Cody Bellinger touches up, and the Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Good hustle by Volpe.
All right, so that's a fielder's choice and an RBI, and that was really good hustle up there by Volpe. You know, you put the ball in play, a lot of good things can happen. Nobody did anything wrong. It was just the speed of Anthony Volpe that made that happen.
Volpe's RBI, number 38, center fielder Trent Grisham, stepping to the plate. Centers Healthcare would like to remind you they're not just care, they're care that moves you. CentersHealthcare.com. So 1-0 Yankees. Yes, Chisholm Array 6-4. And there's 1 out. Volpe dances off a first and a pitch to Grisham way outside, ball 1. Grish hitting at 246, 13 homers, 28 runs batted in. Taking a long look at Luis Rojas down at third base coach. Grisham batted the 2 spot last night, went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Here's pitch. Breaking ball outside, 2-0. Yankees playing some great baseball. 40 wins, 25 losses. Land of the big boys with all a bunch of teams with 40 wins. Here's a swing and a miss, top of the zone. Got the Mets with 43, Cubs 41, Dodgers 40. Detroit leads everybody with 44 wins. Good count here for Grisham. Throw over to first. Volpe back. Right now, let's pause for station identification on WFAN Yankees Radio.
Your home for Boomerang Geo. Mornings from 6 to 10. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York.
Here's the 2-1 to Grisham. Volpe at first. And the pitch. Swung on and hit foul down the left field line. Jack Caglione's got to be pretty happy tonight. Natural position, comfortable position.
Yep.
He doesn't have to worry about the Bermuda Triangle like it happened 3 times last night.
Well, he'll learn. He'll learn. And on the days when this is what they can do for a while, when the days when Salvi Perez is behind the plate, Vinny can DH, and Jack can play. He's a first-rate first baseman. But he's a great athlete. He'll learn.
You know what's amazing, though? Here's a guy, he's not comfortable there. First time in the majors, and the ball just keeps finding him. It keeps coming in his direction. That baseball karma. 2-2 here to Grisham. Volpe at first. There's pitch. Swing on. Broken bat. Whoa, look out. The bat went over. Helicoptered. First side. Bubic covers first on a throw by Caglione as the ball went behind the mound. I tell you, and we've talked about this a lot, that helicoptering bat is scary as heck. It went into the screen over top of the first base dugout. They do get an out. Volpe advances to second.
That was a tremendous play by Caglione right there, because he looked to see, his instinct was go to second, but Volpe was already there by the time he got it, and then Bubic had to get over there really quickly. That was a really good play by him.
Bubic got there just in the nick of time. Here's DJ LeMahieu. Second baseman batting in the 8 hole. Hitting at 277. And text pitch up high, ball 1. DJ swinging a hot bat lately. 2 for 3 in last night's game.
And that average climbing up 277. 21 games.
1-0 Yankees here, top of the second. Volpe dancing off the second. There's pitch to DJ. Checks his swing and pitches a ball up high. 2-0. Austin Wells is on deck.
And DJ, 11 hits in his last 24 at-bats.
There you go. Good count, 2-0. Pitch inside, down low, ball 3.
And sometimes the year after Tommy John, this happens, because this is a strike throw, but he hasn't thrown very much at all since Tommy John, and before that he was out a lot. So
Tommy John surgery in April of 23. 3-0 pitch. Up high, ball 4. Another base runner for the Yankees. Runners at first and second with 2 down, and brings up Austin Wells, who's coming off a monster night with a 3-run homer and a 2-run double.
And here comes the pitching coach jogging out to the mound. You know, here's the thing, because you want to, he hasn't pitched in 10 days, so you expect a little wildness anyway. But is it wildness or is he really off? There's a difference. And you try and protect a guy coming back from Tommy John, which is why they put him in relief last year at the end of the year, which is really smart. And so they're trying to be very careful with him, but he hasn't pitched in 10 days. This consultation on the mound is brought to you by the Barnes Firm Injury Attorneys. Call for a free consultation at 1-800-8-MILLION.
Brian Swinney, the pitching coach, hustled on the field, hustled off the field, and we're back to Austin Wells stepping in. I think what's remarkable about the 3-run homer was the 9th pitch, and then he got a 2-run double his next at bat on the 10th pitch. Runners just bolted and then stopped. Pitch away from Wells for ball 1.
He's ball 1 on everybody so far. Actually, he's better against righties. He has reverse splits. Righties actually are easier for him to get out this year for some reason than lefties.
1-0 pitch. Ooh, he took a big cut and fouled it straight back. 1-1. Aaron Boone's high praise of Wells, said he's going to be a good offensive catcher for a long time, so he's real comfortable with it. Him up there in spots like this. Left-hand hitter. 1-1 pitch. Just outside Bedley, not close. 2-1.
Yeah, he's trying to take a little off that fastball, have a little more control, but that was only 91 and did not hit the zone.
Wells can keep it going. Paul Goldschmidt will get another AB here. Here's a 2-1 pitch. And line drive, center field. Volpe's coming around third. He's going to score easily. DJ coming to third. He's getting a stop sign, and Austin Wells ringing the bell with an RBI double, and it's 2-0 Yankees.
And that hitting just continues, and that stroke, that is a shot by Austin Wells. Let's see where this pitch was. Well, it was down the middle of the plate, about thigh high. Like put up on a tee there.
42nd run batted in. And Goldschmidt indeed will get a second at bat in as many innings. Well, that really was a rocket off the bat of Wells. So third goes LeMahieu.
So the two best friends, Wells and Volpe, doing the damage here with the RBIs.
Second and third, swing and a miss, and a breaking ball by Goldie struck out to open up the ball game. 1-1.
Wells had a career high RBIs last night with 5.
LeMahieu at third, Wells at second. 0-1 pitch here to Goldschmidt. And he looks to pitch down low. 1-1. Goldschmidt, a .441 hitter against left-hand pitching coming into tonight's game. 1-1. Hit the other way, base hit. Into right field. DJ scores. Right behind him, Wells. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. Taking second on the throw, Goldschmidt. Nicely done. Paul Goldschmidt takes his RBI total to 31. And the Yankees scoring early. It's 4-0 New York.
You know, if you look up in the dictionary professional hitter, the name Paul Goldschmidt will be right there. I mean, that was just a tremendous. He looked to do that. That pitch was on middle out, and he went to go the opposite way so that both runs could score. It's just not that easy, but he makes it look that easy.
Tremendous professional. Here is Ben Rice, another left-hand hitter. Grounded out to second. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 0-1. He grounded out to Jonathan Indy at the second baseman. Well, it's been a good tally here. 2 RBI here for Goldie. Here's a line drive left field, base hit. Waters retrieves. Goldschmidt coming around. He'll score standing up without a throw. 5-0 New York here in the second inning. RBI for Ben Rice, his 26th.
All right, a couple of things there starting to move around in the Kansas City bullpen, and that consultation when Brian Sweeney came out on the mound, that's brought to you by the Barnes Firm Injury Attorneys. Call for a free consultation at 1-800-8-MILLION. And he's really...
Chris Bubich getting slapped around here. This will be the 9th man to the plate, Aaron Judge. 5 runs on 4 hits. Judge, big swing and a miss. Took a called third strike his first time up.
See, their whole team is predicated on pitching, and I think they can talk about no hitting all they want, but if they don't pitch, they're not going to be able to win a lot of games.
Next pitch to Judge, down low. Sal can't find it, then retrieves. It's right underneath him, 1-1. The American League numbers, to your point, they're dead last in runs, 5th in batting, dead last in homers, and in the Major Leagues, 25th batting average in runners in scoring position. That's a problem. Here's 1-1, Aaron inside. 2-1, Aaron Judge. Been a good RBI parade here in the second inning.
And it's the 17th 5 or more run inning this season for the Yankees. That's obviously the most in Major League Baseball.
2-1 to Judge. It's an off-speed pitch down low. Well, he's got the advantage right here. 3-1. A pitcher's been knocked around.
And
Bellinger's on deck. He got things started with the triple. It's the right center field. That's a big pitch right here. 3-1 to Judge. He deals. Takes down low, ball 4. So the Yankees have batted around. Belly's going to be the 10th man to the plate.
And the other thing about this is, once again, and we gave you all those stats, and Matt Cottraro is going to the bullpen phone and go and talk to him a little bit, because they've got to decide who they got to get up pretty quickly here. One of the things that you do see here is that besides the what is happening, there are 2-out runs, 2-out hits, they win you ball games. There's 4 more 2-out hits this inning. That's 26 of them in the last 6 games. Those win you ball games. They are taking the tarp off the bullpen mound.
You want to wear that badge. Say that number again.
4 more 2-out runs this innings. They've had 26 2-out runs in the last 6 games. Wow. 2-out. How long have you heard that? Your whole life. 2-out.
Gold, baby. Gold.
Hits win you ball games.
Here's Bellinger taking a pitch outside. He's our cleanup hitter, sponsored by Roto-Rooter. Leave plumbing to the pros at Roto-Rooter.
And the last thing you want to have to do is take the pitcher, a starting pitcher, out in the second inning.
It's a long second inning for him. 5-0 Yankees. 2 men aboard with 2 outs. Pitch to Bellinger. Big swing, fouls it off of Sal Perez, the catcher. 1-1. So you got Ben Rice at second, Aaron Judge at first. 2 outs, 5 runs in here in the second inning. Here's the pitch to Bellinger, way outside. Man, he does not have it tonight. 2-1.
And right-hander Jonathan Bolin is up. They've had to bring up a lot of people from AAA. Lucas Ursig is back today, but they've lost a lot of pitches. So is a lot of people.
Big pitch right here, 2-1. Runners go. Here's the pitch, taken for a strike, and a head-first dive into third for Rice, and standing up at second. Double steal. So you got Rice at third and Judge at second.
Wow.
So Judge, his 6th stolen base. He's only been caught 3 times. And Ben Rice, his 3rd. And Ben Rice. Bellinger puts it in play up the middle. Bobby Witt's there on the first base side of second. Throws over to first in time. And that'll do it for the Yankees. They send 10 men to the plate, score 5 times on 4 hits, and leave 2. A great start tonight for the Yankees. 5-0 here at KC on WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep.
Athletes are not the only ones who get injured. If you're in need of inpatient short or long-term rehabilitation, Morningside Nursing and Rehabilitation Center in the Bronx is ready to give you the type of
lot of summer wow. From sun and wows to fun and wows. And every wow in between. Find your wow at visitnj.org. New Jersey, little state, lot of wow.
Clark Smith's got a 5-0 lead. We go bottom of the second here at Kansas City. 10 minutes of the plate for the Yankees in the top half of this inning. It's an RBI parade, and a lot of it with 2 outs. Salvador Perez, veteran catcher, going to lead off. Right-hand hitter, looks and pitch inside.
Drive Around the League is brought to you by Meineke Car Care Centers. Trust your keys with Meineke. Cleveland all over Cincinnati, 11-2. That's the final. A lot of afternoon games, evidently.
1-0 pitch up and in, but off the plate. 2-0 to Sal, who's the last remaining player from the 2015 World Championship team here.
Angels beat the Athletics 6-5. Brent Rooker had 2 homers, though, for the A's, 14 and 15. Joe Adell has 13th.
2-0, swung on and hit Hello.
Hello. Next to us.
Booth to our left.
Too far. Baltimore leading Detroit 2-1. Top of the 7th, it's Casey Mize and Zach Eflin. Eflin's still in there. Casey Mize, 2 runs, 8 hits, and 5 1/3. One of their big prospects who was in the rotation, Jackson Job's going to have Tommy John.
2-1 pitch, a breaking ball in there, taken by Sal for strike 2-2.
Jaron Duran hit his 5th homer, a leadoff homer. Marcelo Meyer has hit his 2nd and 3rd as Boston leads Tampa Bay 3-1 there in the 5th at Fenway Park.
2-2 to Perez. Swung on a fastball. Out it straight back and a good rip.
Marcus Semien hit his 7th home run as Texas is leading Minnesota 2-0 in the top of the 3rd, and Houston hosting the White Sox. That just is starting now. Mets are leading Washington 3-0 there.
2-2. There's the pitch from Schmidt. Breaking ball missed outside. Sal was able to hold up. Did not swing. Full count, 3-2.
Well, Bubic threw 36 pitches in that 2nd inning. And the kid that they had warming up, Jonathan Bolin, he's now sat down. But Jonathan Bolin just got here today. This is the 4th time he has been up with the big league club.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. June 11th. Here's a 3-2 to Salvador Perez leading off the Kansas City 2nd. Breaking ball, top of the zone, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Clark Schmidt. 1 down here in the 2nd inning. By the way, the first pitch at the bottom of the 2nd. 91-mile-an-hour sinker. Brought to you by Optimum Fiber. Don't take slow for an answer. Here's Jack Caglione. And boy, they've already made him a matinee idol. Yeah. Jeffrey Allen. That's why Jeffrey and Allen, that's why he goes with Jack. And he looks at back to a breaking ball for strike 1.
Yeah, talking to him, he seems to have a good head on his shoulders. Won't get too overwhelmed with all this. He said he just felt such a warm feeling from the crowd last night. He said it was an unbelievable feeling.
Here's your 1. Big left-hand hitter. Swing and a miss. Oh, man, that was up top, and he tried to kill it.
He did.
0-2. Everything at the University of Florida. 75 home runs down there for the Gators. School record. Good-looking athlete. 6'5", 250. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. He's done in 3 pitches, 2 down.
That's that knuckle curve. He got him on that knuckle curve. They don't see that in college. Not that one.
It's one of those things. If you're Austin Wells as a catcher, said, "Hey kid, welcome to the big leagues."
He'll get it. He's good. He's going to.
Oh no, there's no denying it. But everybody's got to go through, that initial stage. There's Drew Waters, and a broken bat fly ball, center field coming on as Grisham dives, and he made one. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Alfonso Marquez, the first base umpire, is waving it off. Grisham's running off the field like he caught it. He's very confident. So is Judge, and so is DJ. They're running off, and Judge just waved everybody. Come on, he caught that.
Well, let's just take a look, and they got to look at that. I think they're going to look at it. He tries to backhand it.
Oh,
he
that's
did
a catch.
indeed. He's got that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
New York is challenging the call of no catch.
Okay, they're looking at it, but the team is off the field. And this instant replay review is brought to you by Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. That should take about 2 seconds.
I'm laughing to get to that point. I'm laughing. Judge is running in.
We're looking at this again. I mean, there's no doubt it's a tough play, and he's got it. And he backhands it, and it's in the glove, and he rolls over, and he's got it sticking out. It's snow cones it. He's got that ball. Definitely a catch. It should take 5 seconds, New York. They're walking off the field.
Oh, they're long gone. The judge is waving them. Come on, let's go. That was great.
Well, Grisham's still standing there just in case. But now they're looking on the big screen.
After review, the call is overturned. It is a catch, and New York will retain their challenge.
Nice play. So 1-2-3 inning for Clark Schmidt. Yankees have a 5-0 lead as we go to the third here at WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep.
Want more from your drive? This is it.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bach beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger, and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show.
And boom, the pros from Roto-Rooter saved the game.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
This is Anthony Volpe, and you're listening to New York Yankees baseball on The Fan.
Yankees have a 5-0 lead. We go top of the third here in Kansas City. Glad you joined us. Third inning is brought to you by Spectrum. Life moves, and so should your connection. Get fast and reliable speeds on the network that moves with you. Spectrum. Dave Sims, Susan Waldman, Matt Shortis with you here in KC. Middle game, 3-game set. And Jazz Chisholm swings through a pitch at the top of the zone. Strike one.
Storage Post is your trusted self-storage solution, from climate control to top-notch security. We've got you covered. Official self-storage partner of the New York Yankees.
Bobby Witt Jr. playing up the middle. He's a shortstop.
Yeah, right, almost behind second base.
And next pitch to Jazz down low. 1-1.
And somebody asked Jazz about the boo, so if you think they bother him, they don't. He thinks it makes you important on the road if you're booed. The saying, what is it? Cheers at home or boos on the road? It makes you feel like you're important. You're important enough to get booed.
1-1. Bouncing ball hit right side. Caglione will take it to the bag. Nice play, easy play, 1 out.
Isn't that a good way to look at it?
Absolutely. Keep your sanity.
Yeah, they don't boo people that aren't important.
There you go. I was hoping.
We like to be noticed.
If he were to go large here with a home run,
that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Get the sundial out to time it.
It would be fun, yeah. Well, they don't do that here, so it'd be interesting to see. He'd be a Yankee, but it'd be fun.
Be curious, just curious. Here's a backdoor breaking ball to Volpe. First strike. 0-1. Volpe with a fielder's choice RBI. Got the scoring started in the second inning. Yankees sent 10 men to the plate. Here's the 0-1. Down low. Lubitsch was not sharp in that second inning. Volpe had an RBI. Wells with an RBI. 2 for Goldschmidt and 1 for Rice.
Already, he's almost at 60 pitches already.
Yeah,
so
top of the third.
Yeah.
There's a pitch swung on a hit foul past Luis Rojas, third base coach.
And it's funny because he got the first 3, Goldschmidt, Rice, and Judge, 2 strikeouts there on 10 pitches, and then 36 pitches in that second inning, which was a nightmare for him. We couldn't find the zone, and when he did, it was hit.
All 2 strikes. It's the Volpe, swing and a miss. He went up top. And strike 3. Volpe's down. That is another strikeout, third here in the early going for Chris Lubitsch. Third inning brought to you by Spectrum. Life moves, and so should your connection. So get that Fast and reliable speeds on the network that moves with you. Spectrum. Quick 2 down. Trent Grisham. Ground out the first. Fastball missed inside. Ball 1.
And I know Trent Grisham was with you guys today at the museum, and Trent was telling me about it. I asked him how he liked it, and I was telling him some Buck O'Neil stories, and he said, boy, I wish I had known him. Oh. He was very moved by this museum, really.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
I talked to him, too. Here's a ground ball backhanded by Witt, and throws over in time. He was playing up the middle there. He was well placed. And a 1-2-3 inning for Bubic. And the Yankees are done. Here we go, bottom 3. Kansas City will have 8, 9, and 1 coming up in the order. Yankees 5, Case. Back here at Kauffman Stadium, which opened back in April of 1973. The Yankees 5-0 behind Clark Schmidt, and some terrific hitting in the second inning. 5 runs on 4 hits with 10 men coming to the plate. 5-0. We play bottom 3. There's John Rave, R-A-V-E. And Clark Schmidt's first pitch is up and away, ball 1.
Step up to the plate and swing by Duncan today. Let's show those taste buds some Yankee magic and hit a flavor home run together. Duncan, the ultimate MVP of your taste lineup. New York Yankees run on Duncan.
Brave left-hand hitter, 222. Recently call up, and he swings and hammers one foul down the right field line. Ricochets off the fence, and Judge goes over to retrieve it and throws it into the crowd.
And they brought him up. They parted ways with Hunter Renfroe and brought up this kid. That's what they're doing. They're not afraid to do that. They've got some talent in the minor leagues, and they're gonna go with it.
Here's a pitch from Schmidt, breaking ball down low.
Let's see, when did he come up? May 26th, so he's been up not quite a month.
John Rave. Here's the 2-1. Fastball for a strike.
At the time of his promotion, he was in Omaha. He led all of minor league baseball with 46 runs scored and ranked around AAA leaders in triples. He had 4 stolen bases, 17 in total bases. So obviously he's very fast.
Not a real big guy, about 5'11". Here's a breaking ball swung on, foul tip held on by Wells. 1 away, and that's the 4th strikeout for Clark Schmidt. 1 down.
And that's the 2nd strikeout in a row on that knuckle curve. And he got that going. You're not going to hit it. Just not going to hit it. Kyle Isbell. They pretty much strictly platoon here. A lot of Kyle Isbell would be the platoon center fielder.
Left-hand hitter, 277. Swings the first pitch, fouls it. Oh, I thought it was off his foot.
Do that.
Schmidt throws in time as he got off the mound, third base side, to make the play. There was a little bit of a hesitation. Isbell swung and then didn't go at the first movement, and then I thought ball maybe it hit him in the foot. Clearly it didn't.
So far, Schmidt had, you look down and he looked like he was struggling a little bit in the first inning.
Yeah.
And still hasn't given up a hit. And now he's really settled down. Got that knuckle curve going.
It's like, if it's feeling that good, ride it till they hit it, Top of the order, Jonathan India in there for a strike. So we come to you live from the Provident Bank broadcast booth. Provident Bank. Commitment you can count on. Visit Provident.bank to learn more. India walked to open up the game. Home first. And he swings and sends one to center field, a base hit. So Jonathan India had a home run last night, went right up the middle with that 2-out offering.
And this is
first hit.
This is the India that they had thought they were getting. Oh, that it went right back into the zone. It was about letters high. It was right below the letters, but moved back in over the plate. And you who walked and now has a single, and Dave told you what he did last night. They got him to be a leadoff hitter because they just flat out didn't have one.
Right. And, here's a guy that was the Rookie of the Year in the National League over with Cincinnati. First round pick back in 2018. He hasn't come close to those numbers. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. Struck out first time. And he swings and pops it up. Grisham coming in. Medium center field. Easy play. Makes a one-hand catch. A little side saddle backhand job. And a nice work. Turned in by Clark Schmidt. We go to the fourth inning. Yankees 5-0 on Kansas City. WFAN Yankees.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha. And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town. Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Summer with Hatfield. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes and to find a retailer near you. Hatfield. Better care, better pork.
Back here in Kansas City, 5-0 Yankees. DJ LeMahieu to lead off here in the fourth inning. Don't forget that third inning was brought to you by Spectrum. Life moves, and so should your connection. So get fast and reliable speeds on the network that moves with you. Spectrum. DJ with a walk and a run scored back in the second inning when the Yankees scored 5 times. Looks first pitch for a strike. DJ hitting at .277.
And Bubic comes in with an ERA of 1.43, and kind of interesting because the Yankees, if you take out the Yankees.
His pitch swung on a little late, foul off right side.
All right, this year, against the Yankees this year, 8 earned runs in 8 1/3 innings pitched. Against everyone else, 9 earned runs in 70 innings pitched. So his ERA would be, if they never played the Yankees, his ERA would be 1.16.
0-2 to DJ down low, dug out by Sal. Sal Perez, great catcher. LeMahieu, Wells, and Goldschmidt here in the top of the fourth. 5 runs on 4 hits for the Yankees. No runs, 1 hit for Kansas City. The Jonathan India 2-out single in the bottom of the third. Here's 1-2. And a pitch. Swung on and dribbled foul. There's Rojas. Makes the play. Slow roller to him.
Yankee fans, shop the New Era Authentic Collection at the Yankees team store and NewEraCap.com. New Era, the official on-field cap of Major League Baseball.
DJ must have tweaked something. Aaron Boone came out of the dugout. Foul off his foot.
Again, this is the bane of his existence, is fouling the ball off his foot.
Ooh.
Knee and foot?
Yes.
Knee and foot. Okay.
Went down.
Yep. Get up. Hopefully it's all right.
1-2 here. Bubic set. And a pitch to LeMahieu. Swing on, hit the other way. Past Caglione. Into right field. A base hit for DJ LeMahieu.
And that's his kind of hit. That's a DJ hit right there.
Caglione hit a dive for it, but it was way short. Top of the fourth. Sponsored by Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. Book a relaxing massage and facial after the game. Nice recovery after having that foul ball off your knee and foot. Here's Wells. RBI double. Right center field. Swings and pops it up. It's out of play to our left.
Now he's reached base. Nietzsche's last trips to the plate. DJ. Wow.
And he'll put around a little bit to the right for Wells. Here's a pitch. Takes pitch outside. 1-1. Big night for Wells last night with career best 5 runs batted in. It's 1-1 here. Here's pitch. way outside with a breaking ball, 2-1. Not quite as big a crowd as we had last night. Pretty much a sellout last night. I mean, standing room in a lot of places. Here's the pitch way up and away.
Yeah,
3-1.
Yeah, they did tell me, because I asked. I said, yes, it was definitely a sellout.
Okay.
And I think the most exciting, and it was all because of Jack Caglione. 3,000 walk-ups.
That was, yeah.
And
that
we're
was
not
impressive.
exactly downtown.
Correct. Good count here for Wells. 3-1. And a pitch. And he swings and bounces right to Caglione. Throws to Witt for one. Covering at first is Bubic. And I think he missed the bag. And/or Wells beat it out, but they do get the lead. They do get the lead runner. Caglione looked very comfortable making the beginning, starting that potential double play.
I was just going to say, he's a really good first baseman. You can see it immediately.
Left-handed. Reminds you of all, a bigger version of all the great left-hand first basemen that we've seen.
When you see someone, and Mattingly explained this to me years and years ago, when you see a first baseman immediately on the run throw to second base without even stopping, you got a good one, because that's...
There's a pitch outside to Goldschmidt, and on that fielder's choice, Bubic was over there just a smidge late, and when he went for the bag, he missed it. But I think Wells had beaten him there anyway. Goldschmidt, RBI single to right field last time up. He's 1 for 2. 5-0 Yankees here in the fourth. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Was it a successful check? And Marquez said, wow. Might have gotten one there. Marquez said he didn't go. So 2-0. Goldschmidt having a really, really fine year here for the Yankees. 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Goldie, fourth leading run scorer in the American League. 8th leading hitter. 2-1. Good count for him. Wells at first. Here's pitch. Swing on line drive left field. It's going to in and out of the glove of the left fielder Waters, who came in trying to make a sliding grab. Could not hold. And that'll be a base hit for Goldie, his second tonight. 2 for 3. And the Yankees, with one out, have runners at first and second. Oh, the smoke.
Yeah, this would have been a tremendous play. You know what happened on that ball? He had the glove, and the ball hit his knee and bounced off, so he couldn't hold on to it when it went into the glove. The odd things are happening in this series. Ball off a knee, ball off a head. What is going on?
It's only June 11th. Here's a pitch to Ben Rice outside, ball 1. Ben with an RBI single to left and a ground out. Another opportunity for the Yankees. They have a 5-0 lead. 1 out here, top of the fourth. Runners at first and second. Lefty on lefty. Bubic against Rice. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball swung on and fouled straight back. Oof. No telling how far that might have gone if he had barreled it, because it was top shelf for him, right where he could see it and reach it. 1-1. Here's pitch. Flares one left side, going back. Witt being called off by Waters. The left fielder comes in to make the catch. And there's 2 down. Good communication by those fellas. Here's Aaron Judge coming up for the 3rd time. We're only in the 4th inning.
What was the question? I was watching MLB today, and somebody on there said, do the Yankees play 3.5-hour games no matter who they're playing?
Was that you, Lauren, who asked that question?
I think it was Roflo, actually. Okay. But you got the right show.
First pitch down and in, ball 1.
I burst out laughing. No quick games here. Pitchcock might as well come back.
5-0. Judge would like to change that score right now. 5-0 Yankee lead, 2 on, 2 out. There's a pitch. Swung on and hit to right field. Playable for John Rave. Left-handed right fielder makes the catch. And the Yankees are done. No runs, couple of hits, no errors, 2 left. We go bottom 4. Yankees lead at 5-0 here at Kansas City on WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep.
If you're looking for quality at an exceptional value, reach for Black Bear meats, cheeses, franks, and sausages.
Yankees tallied 5 times in the second inning. 10 minutes of the plate, 5 runs on 4 hits. And he's allowed just 1 hit, a 2-out single in the third to Jonathan India. He's going to face 3, 4, and 5 in the order here in the home fourth. Garcia, Vascontino, and Perez. We had a little bit of a rain shower. What was that, in the 5 o'clock hour? Stopped BP for a little bit, but the shower moved on. We had cloudy skies, huge, biblical-looking cloud to our right. Hope nobody sticks their hand out of that sucker. His first pitch. It's in there to Michael Garcia on the inside corner for strike.
See, doesn't it look like one of the founding fathers with the white hair? Look at this,
Agreed.
the nose.
Agreed.
It's like a big face with the with the white. Saw too much Hamilton. I mean,
here's a pitch fouled off. Right side, 0-2. No, I think that's a good read.
Isn't that good?
By the way, the medley they did the other day.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Great. I didn't see it.
Everybody was there.
Yeah.
Everyone. Oh, it was extraordinary.
Glad somebody posted the entire thing. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, hit hard, up the middle, into left center field for a base hit by Garcia. Makes a big turn. He's going to keep going. Here's the throw to second. Got a chance. They got him.
Oh, my.
Well done. How dare you run on?
Well, he's not leaving.
Trent Grisham.
I think they're going to look at this. He's standing there. He's not going to leave.
He's defiant.
He's got that look on his face. Really? Are we looking at this or not?
Yeah.
No, he's not leaving. He's just standing right there. So they.
Kansas City Snowzy, alcohol at second base.
Okay. And meanwhile, while they're doing that, scoreboard brought to you by Food Bazaar Supermarket. Shop local, eat global with foodbazaar.com. Give you 4-3 Boston leading Tampa. I think he's safe. Don't you think? He got the right.
Yep.
The right leg is in there. I think he's right.
Tag is high. Oh, I'm going to slow. Wait, I get frame by frame. It's close. At full speed on one angle, it looks like he's in there. But when they slow it down, he's out by probably a frame.
Well, don't forget, unless there's clear evidence, they're not going to overturn it. You can tell when they say the call stands or the call is confirmed. If it says the call stands, that means they don't have enough evidence. If it's or if it's confirmed, that means they were right. Let's see, here goes the right. See, this angle we saw, it looks like the right foot is there first, but the back one, it's not.
The high third camera looks like he's in there. But they had a close-up, and they were slowing it down frame by frame.
Yeah.
And it looked like you could make a case that DJ's tag got there before he got the bag.
Okay. So Boston leading Tampa 4-3. Baltimore leading Detroit 3-1. They're bad news. Jackson Job's going to have Tommy John surgery.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's their other.
I mean, you hate saying this, but it's almost to the point now. It's like, when is your TJ surgery scheduled? I mean, everybody's going down. My gosh, it's crazy.
After review, the call stands. The runner is out. And Kansas City will lose this round.
Yeah. That was that when they broke it down to those last couple of frames. That's what did it.
Well, if it stands, that means they had no. They didn't say confirmed, so they're not going to overturn it unless they have clear evidence. I thought it was really close too. Philadelphia has beat the Cubs 7-2 today. 6-2 Atlanta won. They beat Milwaukee 6-2. As Michael Harris and Ronald Acuna Jr. both homered.
Nice throw by Trent Grisham.
Yep.
Here's Pasquantino. First pitch down and in, ball 1.
And the Mets are leading Washington 4-0. They're in the bottom of the 6th. Juan Soto was 13th. Brandon Nimmo is 11th.
That's with 43 wins, most in the National League. Here's 1-0. Fastball missed down and in.
And in case you were wondering, that instant replay review was brought to you by Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda.
Clark Schmidt so far walked the first batter he's faced, hasn't walked anybody since. He struck out 4 and limited KC to 2 hits. Breaking ball missed outside. As soon as I say that, he goes 3-0.
Right.
An outfield assist for Trent Grisham. Yankees will have a 5-0 lead here, bottom of the 4th in Kansas City. Pasquantino, opposing left-hand hitter. And looks at a strike right under his hands. Strike 1, 3-1.
Then he came in 1 for 3 tonight against Schmidt. So now 1 for 4.
Grounded out to Goldschmidt at first. Paul played deep at first. So it's DJ deep at second. Opie up the middle. 3-1. Pitch way outside. Ball 4. Second walk by Schmidt. So 1 out base runner.
And there's the Sasquatch. See him? There he is. He's walking along the Hall of Fame because Vinny walked, so the Sasquatch is out. Or the Pasquatch, I guess they call it.
Correct.
He's out walking. That's a scary looking little thing. That's a scary looking big critter.
Unbelievable. Here's Sal.
He's walking.
Next pitch. First pitch to Sal's outside, ball 1.
Maybe you can find the hole where Aaron Judge's ball went. He's up right at that level. That's exactly where he is.
That dude waits all day for the 4 times that guy comes up. How much is he making for that gig?
Here he goes. He's going back into his little Sasquatch hole.
1-0 pitch. Front door breaking ball for a strike. 1-1.
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not enough.
Yeah, you got that right.
And it's 90 degrees here, and he's wearing a Sasquatch costume.
Yeah, I want to see him on those 95-degree days with bright sunshine.
Well, the sun's going down, so it's not as bad now. It was brutal here for a while.
1-1. Pitch swing off, popped up, right side out of play. 5 runs on 6 hits for the Yankees. No runs, 2 hits for Kansas City. Schmidt has walked 2, struck out 4. Chris Bubich, he got rocked in the 2nd inning. He's pitched through 4. And he's walked 3. One of them scored and struck out 4. Here comes the 1-2. Now Schmidt steps off. Three strikeouts for Bubich. 1-2 to Perez, runner at first. Swung on and skied. Right side, DJ going back. He's going to take control. It's a 2-hand catch. There's 2 away. And that'll bring up Jack Caglione. They've had their share of star players, and they're hoping like heck that he's going to join that pantheon of Brett and Alex Gordon and Saberhagen and Sal Perez and Hosmer.
They have them in different eras. I mean, the Hosmer and Salvi and Mike Moustakas, that group was all one. They're hoping Bobby Witt and Pasquantino and now Jack Caglione.
Bouncing ball pulled foul right at the screen of the first base dugout.
That they're going to lead the next group.
That Saberhagen group was pretty good. The Brett group was really good.
No. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. Scary, don't remind me. 0-1. Breaking ball, swing on, bounce foul. Last night, Yes had a really good look at one of the booths. He had a couple of Hall of Famers in there, Reggie Jackson and George Brett.
I try to get a lot of stuff done before the game because I actually enjoy watching the games. We want to make sure that all the players are out there in the uniforms and they're clean. There's no spots or anything, and they have all their equipment and everything else.
We all pick each other up. I mean, we have each other's back. We all do different duties, but yeah, we all work together pretty well.
They're part of the team, you know, it's just like another teammate.
River Spring Living Special. Visit riverspringliving.org today. The new pitcher is right-hander Jonathan Bolam. He's been up and down, as we said before. He's been up and down 4 times. Usually pitches an inning or an inning and a third.
The Bolam's going to face Anthony Volpe with Jazz Chisholm at first. 1 out, 5-0 Yankees. First pitch, swing and a miss. Slider. Volpe with the fielder's choice RBI. First time up, that was in the 2nd inning. And then he struck out in the 3rd. Next pitch way outside, backhanded by Perez, 1-1. Rolling out of Arlington, Tennessee. Product of the University of Memphis.
Just came up today. His 4th stint with Kansas City.
Swing and a miss. Went right after him. A good fastball in 94.
And he just was optioned on Saturday, but can be recalled today because of the injury to Cole Reagans. They put him on the injured list. Got his first Major League win on May 21st.
There's a pitch swung on and hit down the right field line. Jazz in full flight. He's going to second. Volpe's motoring too. He's digging for second. Jazz is getting to third. Volpe slides in second safely. Anthony Volpe with the double, his 20th of the season. And the Yankees in business, runners at second and third and 1 out. And Volpe, double number 20, stays in 3rd place in doubles in the American League. That was well socked.
Yep.
A couple of RBIs out there for Trent Grisham. Was grounded out the first and grounded out the short. Infield comes up close. It's 5-0 Yankees. Here's a pitch. Slow breaking ball at 81 in there for a called strike.
The Bet365 real-time money line is now minus 10,000 for the Yankees and plus 1,700 for the Royals, powered by Bet365. Gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER.
Grisham, left-hand hitter against Boland, a right-hander. Here's a pitch. Way outside, off the glove of Selby, but no advance.
You know, you look at the numbers from Volpe. He's 9 for his last 28. That's 321. 2 homers and 3 doubles.
Boland's a big pitcher, 6'6", 240.
They're all immense on this team. Everybody's very big.
28 years old. 1-1 here to Grisham. Swing and a slider. Swing and a miss. 1-2. 5-0 Yankees, top of the 5th. Just tuning in, they had a marvelous 2nd inning. 5 runs, 4 hits. They sent 10 men to the plate. RBIs by Volpe, Wells, 2 for Goldschmidt, and 1 for Rice. Aaron Judge has not checked in with a hit yet. He struck out looking, walked, and flied to right. 1-2 here to Grisham. And a pitch. Swung on the hit, foul. 3rd base side.
You know, you can hardly believe that this park is over 40 years old. It's just so beautiful. It looks so modern, doesn't it?
Royals vision is a thing of beauty. That scoreboard. Yeah. Slow breaking ball pulled right side, foul. Fielded by Caglione.
And the fountains aren't on today. The waterfall is running. They have waterfalls along the back, and usually they have fountains running. They're not.
Probably.
You know, I think that's pregame. I don't think they have them during the game. I think it's distracting. Now that
they do it between innings, maybe.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Just a
1-2 here to Grish. Breaking ball takes it down low, blocked by Salvador Perez. 2-2. DJ LeMahieu is on deck. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Jonathan Bowlan, Bowlan. 2-2 to Grisham. Swung on, he is fighting a good battle. Fouled it off right behind home plate. Upper deck. This will be pitch number 8 for Grish. Infield up close. Runners at second and third for the Yankees. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Taken down low. Ball 3. Good take.
Yeah, no, he's missing enough that he can. It looks like Grisham actually could see the spin out of the hand, knowing where it's going to go with that slider. You can pick up the spin, you know where it's going to end up.
See if he can gap something here. 3-2. Here's a pitch. Breaking ball outside. Missed, and the bases are loaded. That's ball 4, and it sets up for DJ LeMahieu. Bowlan comes in. First batter gives up a double. Second batter he walks, and that loads the bases. Yes, on their telecast, we're living some of the balls that they've had in the Yankees Royals series back in the 70s. First pitch, a slider on the outside corner to DJ.
They don't have balls like that anymore. Those were real. Those were.
Kidding.
Wow.
My first apartment in New York, I'm sitting there watching this going,
wow.
Yay.
They really didn't like each other.
0-1. Breaking ball, blocked by Sal. Jazz will hold at third. Bases are loaded. You got Jazz Chisholm at third. Volpe's at second. Grisham is at first. Great speed out there. Count the DJ 1-1. Wells is on deck. There's 1 out. Trying to get something here. Pitch to DJ. Swung on, hit to right field. It is slicing, and it goes foul.
Oh, just foul.
1-2 to DJ. Got a base hit to right his last time.
Right. Ray picked up the ball and tossed it to a little boy with a glove and full Royals uniform. Get the kid is about 10 sitting out there. They'll remember that forever.
Oh,
right?
I love when guys do that stuff. DJ trying to make something happen here. 5-0 Yankees. Looking to build on that. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Bases loaded. Pitch outside. Gets past Sal again. But no chance for Jazz to advance from third. 2-2. What'd you say about 3 hour and change games?
What is it?
We're en route. Austin Wells on deck.
Just thinking that wasn't a pitch call.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hammered. Oh, what a play by Garcia from his backside. Throws the second for 1. Over the first double play. What a gorgeous double play. Turned by Michael Garcia to India to Caglione. That pitch was ripped and he knocked on his backside and he still made a perfect throw. Oh, that is unreal. And the relay by India was outstanding with Grisham right on top of him. Wow, what a play. Yankees are turned away here in
America, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
A hotel might have a bar, a resort, a spa. But if you want it all, dining, gaming, pools, and more, it takes a village. It takes a Borgata. Visit theborgata.com to learn more. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, we just saw one of the better double plays we've ever seen turned this season. Rocket, one hit. A one-hop rocket off the bat of DJ LeMahieu.
Okay, now Oswald Peraza's at third base, so Jazz is out of the game, so we'll have to watch that.
Here's Clark Schmidt, first pitch outside. Drew Waters.
Well, we had been talking about Miguel Garcia's arm all series yesterday, last night, and from his rear end, throwing to a great pickup by India and great pivot and throw to Caglione. That was a terrific play.
Next pitch, a fastball away from Waters. Waters 0 for 1. Grisham made a sensational diving catch to rob him and end the second inning out in center field. Waters, a switch hitter, batting lefty against Schmidt. Clark deals. There's a pitch on the outside corner for a called strike, 2-1. Schmidt has struck out 5, walked 2, giving up no runs on 2 hits in this 5-0 Yankee lead, bottom 5. Peraza at third. Schmidt into the line, 2-1. Took a knuckle curve. Missed.
Made one defensive substitution, now playing third base.
Right, so we'll see. As soon as we hear anything about Jazz, we'll let you know. But Oswald Peraza now playing third base.
Yeah, fouled the ball off his foot. Coming off of last night, a little dinged in the noggin. So why not? 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swing on a hit foul behind home plate, middle level to our left. 3-2. Bottom third of the order here for KC. John Rave and Kyle Isbell to follow.
You know, he took quite a hit last night. I was surprised that they didn't give him a day off. He said he was fine. I asked him when he came in. I said, "You okay?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm fine." But I don't know. That was
a good decision to get him out. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Way late on a pitch. A cutter that was up and away. Strikeout number 6 for Clark Schmidt. One away here in the 5th.
So you look down and look what he has done and given up, what, 2 hits?
Yeah.
Yep.
And after we were sitting here,
in the first inning,
he was 0-2 and then walks the guy. We're thinking,
everybody, right? Now someone think, well, we got some leg kicks and some running going on in the Yankee bullpen. So someone's up. But
shows bunt, takes a strike. That's John Rave, R-A-V-E.
You know, and one of the things, if you listen to the manager show today with Aaron Boone, I asked him about, because Clark wants to get deeper into games, and Boone had said, I really don't care about that, as long as he gets through, you know, the regular and is really good.
And his pitch swung on, foul back, upper deck to our left.
I mean, this right now is a particularly deep bullpen, and of course he's pitching the day after Max Fried, and Max Fried obviously doesn't need a whole lot of people.
Max went 7 strong last night, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 4 strikeouts. And never forget that he is a terrific defender on bunts and little squibs up the third base line. 0-2. Swung on it and hit foul above the camera well for third base side.
No, answer me honestly. I know we all knew he was good when he signed. Did you expect this?
No. No, I mean, he's a sub-2 ERA.
And
it only
went
pitches.
up because he had that one blip in Los Angeles.
And what a blip it was.
Yeah, well, yes. But if you're going to have a blip, that's the team to have.
Gets that team. Back to our breaking ball. Have a seat. Strike 3 called. 7th strikeout for Clark Schmidt as we play 2 outs here in the 5th.
And he's really now got that kind of, rhythm going.
Yeah,
he knows it. He's throwing it and he's confident and he's not throwing extraneous pitches. That actually was a strike. Usually it crosses the strike zone and goes out, that knuckle rub. That was a strike. When it broke, it was still in the strike zone.
Yeah, you can see the confidence in his body language. It's terrific. 2 outs. Kyle Isbell, left-hand hitter. And first pitch fastball for a strike. Bottom of the 5th, brought to you by Key Food and their family of supermarkets. Peraza, toes on the grass, well off the back. Here's a pitch swung on and hit to the on-deck circle, first base side. So Schmidt ahead 0-2 here. Done a number on the bottom half of their order. Bobby Witt's the only guy at the top of the order he struck out. In the 5-hole, Perez once, Caglione twice, Waters once, and Rave twice in the 8-hole. Trying to get Isbell here. So he can strike out the side. He's ahead 0-2.
A great stat up there. Batter's hitting 156 off the knuckle curve.
Missed up high, 1-2.
Really good one. Really good one.
Still remember back that first couple of starts. And Matt Blake went out and said, "Well, you throw the knuckle curve for crying out loud. It's working." 1-2 here. Overthrew that one. Up high, ball 2, 2-2. That was a cutter at 93. Bottom of the 5th in Kansas City. It's all Yankees, 5-0. 5 runs on 7 hits. No runs, 2 hits for Kansas City. Schmidt has struck out 7, walked 2. And here's the 2-2 pitch. In on his hands. He was able to foul it straight back. After that big second inning, 5 runs on 4 hits with 10 men to the plate. Yankees have gone scoreless on 3 hits in the last 3 innings. See if they can turn that around. Here's a 2-2 in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-2.
Looks like he kind of slipped off that mound.
Clark rubbing up a new ball. Good tug of the shirt. A little inhale and then exhale into the wind. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. And overthrew that one down and in for ball 4. His 3rd walk. Comes with 2 outs. Back to the top of the order, Jonathan India. Wells going out there. Give him a couple seconds to catch it. Reset the mindset. Paul Goldschmidt comes in as well. So let's take a deep breath moments. You got this. You're in charge here. Bottom 5.
Well,
just be you.
And also, no one started throwing it. There are people up walking around out there, and somebody's got a jacket off, but I don't see any balls going back and forth.
So Goldschmidt and Wells have say their piece.
Yep. You got 2 outs here. You know, get this guy. He's a 9-hitter.
You don't want to be. You don't want any traffic up there with Bobby Witt Jr. coming up afterwards.
No.
India walked to open up the home first and singled to center into 3rd. He's 1 for 1. Homered last night. Straight away center field. Here's pitch. This down and in. Ball 1. Make sure you try not to give these guys any encouraging thoughts here. Here's the 1-0. The pitch. Swing on a hit to right field. Slicing foul. Well out of play.
Schmidt, until this inning, had not thrown more than 17 pitches an inning. He's at 19 now here in the 5th. 19 pitches, I thought it was more, actually, to tell you the truth. But you can get him now. 20's good.
So 1-1 to India. 2 outs, runner at first. 5-0 Yankees. Here's pitch. Missed outside. Looks like he's trying to be too fine again.
Well, he's missed twice with that cutter in the same exact place. And 2 in a row there.
India right-hand hitter, long hair down on his shoulders. High black, here's the pitch. Breaking ball, swing on, popped up, playable. DJ's under it on the right side. Backing up, makes a 2-hand catch. That'll do it. Nice job by Clark Schmidt to get out of that. Looked like the tide might be starting to turn for him the wrong way, but he gets out of it. 5 complete here in Kansas City. It's the Yankees 5, Kansas City 0. WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep.
Step up to the plate with confidence with the Jeep brand's newest MVP, the all-electric Jeep Wagoneer S. Year after year, the Jeep brand has delivered game-changing technology.
Boomer is the dog. Doesn't he look good? I just follow this picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Top of the 6th. Austin Wells will lead off. RBI double back in the second. Reached on the fielder's choice the second time up. And he swings the first pitch and pops it up behind home plate. Well out in the third deck.
Fanatics Fest NYC is bringing Yankees legends and rising stars under one roof. Meet Derek Jeter, A-Rod, Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, and more June 20th through the 22nd. Get tickets now at fanaticsfest.com.
Next pitch to Wells. Down and in. Ball 1-1-1. It'll be Wells, Goldschmidt, and Rice. 9-1-2. Jonathan Bolin on in relief of Chris Bubich of Kansas City. Right-hander becomes set. Here's 1-1. Hit, swung on and hit to the left center field and hit pretty well. But ranging back to get it, it's the left fielder, Waters, and he makes the catch. One away.
So they got three pretty fast outfielders out there, and Waters, Isbell, and the kid Rave out in right field. So they're mostly, well, Isbell and Waters usually platoon. They've been here a while.
You know what I noticed? It seems like they don't have like big outfield looking guys, if you will.
They don't. Right.
There's Goldie looks at a slider for a strike.
Like Alex Gordon, Lorenzo Cain.
Yeah,
those guys,
I mean,
yeah, they're
guys
not
with
here.
some thump that, you know, are going to give you 15 to 25 homers.
That's one of the reasons why they don't hit.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have this three, like, really good defensive outfielders out there.
Next pitch outside. Waters came in hitting 273. Rave just recently called up 222 and Isbell at 277. But the home runs, 1-0 and 3. Yeah. Don't have slugger types out there. Goldie swings and misses at a pitch inside. 1-2.
And it's been like that since that 14 and 15 group. That's a long time now. That's 10 years.
Tell me about it.
That 15 group, and they had really good outfielders that hit.
Next pitch, fastball. Missed inside, not by a lot. It was that they had lost in 14. They come back and win in 15.
Right.
Giants got them in
every
14.
other year. Giants, that group.
2-2 here to Goldschmidt. One out, nobody on. 5-0 Yankees. Here's pitch. Way outside. And in the dirt. So full count. One out here in the top of the 6th.
So meanwhile, everybody has sat down in the Yankee pen. Meanwhile, 7 strikeouts through 5 for Clark Schmidt. Really good performance so far.
3-2 to Goldschmidt. Swing on, hit hard, and India jumps up and makes the play well to the right of second base. He snared that perfect timing getting up in the air. 2 down.
Yeah, terrific play by the second baseman. And don't forget, this kid was Rookie of the Year with Cincinnati at second base. Not too long ago, I guess, right?
No, not at all. Not at all. Just 21. Yeah, 2021. Meat of the order coming up here for the Yankees, presented by Chef IQ. Sense a cooking thermometer. And Rice looks at the breaking ball. That pairs with your phone and ensures you never over or undercook your chicken, fish, or meat again. So buy one at chefiq.com. 1-0 to Ben Rice. 1 for 3 tonight. RBI single to left. Back in the second. Here's pitch. Swung on and hit to left center field again. And ranging over is going to be the left fielder taking charge, Drew Waters. And a 1-2-3-6. Yankees will lead 5-0 on WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep.
Nielsen Dodge has big savings on new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams. Hurry to Route 10 in East Hanover or online at nielsendodge.com. Employee pricing plus.
Veg ER for Pets has revolutionized the pet emergency.
There are still many seasons left in your Major League career, Leo, but you can take steps now that will help secure your baseball legacy. Try to prioritize longevity over instant gratification in your personal and professional life. Getting clear on your ambitions and creating an ironclad plan for achieving them will set you up nicely for future honors.
Yankees, Clark Schmidt out for the 6th inning. He's going to face 2, 3, and 4 in the Kansas City order.
And I think someone is getting up to start to throw just in case here. We got another pitcher throwing for Kansas City.
So Bobby Witt Jr. stands in, struck out, and a fly to center. Humidity is not much of a factor as it was a few hours ago. It's a lot better. Breaking ball missed. Ball 1. Bobby Witt Jr., fabulous player. Shortstop for Kansas City. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Clark Schmidt. 1-1.
Come to Yankee Stadium on, and that's Tim Hill is up. Come to Yankee Stadium on Wednesday, June 18th for Yankees Bucket Hat Night. First 18,000 guests in attendance receive a Yankees Bucket Hat, courtesy of Wendy's. Go to Yankees.com.
1-1 to Witt. Swing and a miss. Wow. Good sweeper. 1 and 2.
Well, the breaking stuff now is really out of sight. There's just tremendous drop, the vertical drop.
Witt standing back in the batter's box. Here comes the 1-2. He tripled up, and Witt fouled that. That pitch was up a little bit. So here's Schmidt pitching into the 6th. Pitched into the 6th in his last outing against Cleveland. Went 5 2/3, 6 complete at the Angels. That's our last foray to the West Coast.
Oh. With that, right.
1-2 pitch. Oh, he thought he had a paint pellet. He was walking around thinking he had a strike. He didn't miss by much on the outside corner.
Clark Schmidt has that. I just struck you out. I'm going to walk around the mound. He's got that thing down pat. All the pitchers do it.
See if he comes back with that sweeper. There's a pitch. He did, and it's hit to right field. Backs up Judge about 5 steps. And there's one away.
Funny.
That's okay.
It's funny.
Good rally. He didn't give it up there. There is Michael Garcia, the third baseman. 1 for 2. Reached center fielder's choice. And ground out to center.
Stephen Cruz up for Kansas City. Tim Hill, as I said, is up for the Yanks.
Garcia, right-hand hitter. And first pitch strike. Cutter at 91. Schmidt's given up just 2 hits. India in the 3rd. Garcia in the 4th. Both singles to center. Just outside. 1-1. He had a couple performances earlier where he went 6 innings, giving up 3 hits.
Yeah.
Here he is at 6 hits, giving up 2. Just missed outside with a sweeper. 2 balls, 1 strike. Great ballpark here in Kansas City. 330 down the lines, 387 to the gaps, and 410 straight away. 8-foot fence all around. Missed outside. Thought he had that. 3-1.
very large outfield. It's a beautiful sight here, isn't it?
Sure is. And when they had turf here, when they had those teams, Whitey Herzog and those boys, they can't run. Oh, my God, they run.
Blisters all over their legs.
3-1. There's a pitch swung on and lifted to left center field. Going to get it is Bellinger, and he runs it down in the gap. Nicely done.
You know, this outfielder, Bellinger, Grisham, and Judge, I'd put this against anybody. Bellinger misses nothing. We know what Grisham can do, and Judge is spectacular. This is some outfield here.
Boy, he got on the giddy up and made that play. That was nice. He misses
nothing. He plays all Bellinger. He's terrific any place you put him.
Made a couple of catches up against the wall, some diving catches in all three positions. He's been a treat to watch. 2 down here in the 6th. Here's Vinny Pasquantino, 0 for 1 with a walk. And the first pitch, breaking ball for strike. Keith Urban's High and Alive World Tour comes to PNC Bank Arts Center on Friday, June 13th in Northwell at Jones Beach Theater, Saturday, June 14th. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. 0-1 to Vinny. Swing, and he fouled it off his foot. 0-2.
Yeah, a little cutter, a little sweeper. He's not going to see a fastball. And now Mark Leiter Jr. is up. He's beginning to.
Well, we saw great pitching last night from Max Fried, and Clark Schmidt turning in a good one here tonight.
How about this great picture we just seen? Yes, has all the 4 other stars. They're all standing together. Fried, Warren, Rodon, and Yarbrough. They're all standing in a little group in the dugout.
There's the 0-2, way outside.
You love to see that. Doesn't always happen.
A great camaraderie, no doubt about it.
They're all sitting together. It's kind of cool. Well, Yarbrough's standing, but he's there.
Only 6'5".
Yeah. No room on the bench.
Here's a 1-2 pitch to Big Vinny. Breaking ball down, missed. 2-2. Pasquantino from Richmond, Virginia, with the Old Dominion. When I first heard his name, I said, what part of Jersey is he from?
Who was that?
Pasquantino. High pop-up, right field. He's Judge coming on. He's going to make the play two-handed right before he crosses the line. And that'll do it for Kansas City in the 6th. Nicely done by Clark Schmidt to go 6 innings of scoreless 2-hit ball. 5-0. Yankees on WFAN.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
To like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here, like it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Well, the new pitcher is 25-year-old Steven Cruz from the Dominican Republic. He was signed by the Twins, came up in their organization, and in 2023, the Royals traded Michael A. Taylor to the Twins and got a lefty named Evan Sisk and the right-hander Steven Cruz. He throws hard, fastball, slider, and a change.
His first batter is going to be Aaron Judge.
ERA of 1.54. His last appearance was Saturday.
Working from the set, third base side. First pitch from Cruz. That's ball missed inside, ball 1. Judge tonight, strikeout looking, walk, and a fly out to right field.
Forming in the Yankees, multi-hitter number 56, Mark Leiter Jr.
Sure you heard all that. Mark
Here's the
Leiter.
1-0. Work the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. Judge 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout against Steven Cruz. Steven, S-T-E-V-E-N. 1-1. Fastball. Good one, too, in the outside corner.
Yeah, that was 99 on the outside corner. Throws hard, very effective. You know, their pitching is, well, except for Bubic tonight, their pitching is not their problem.
Judge last night 2 for 5. 2-run homer first inning. That was just a mammoth, prodigious blast. Drove in 3. Here's the 1-2 from Cruz. Infield straight up. Here's the pitch. Swing on a hit hard. Right center field. Got carry. Got tail. And goodbye.
It's only number 25 on the season for Aaron Judge.
The big man rings the bell again. Home run number 25. RBI number 59. It's 6-0 Yankees.
413 feet, 108 miles an hour. And just another one. When he gets it, you make a mistake. He's so strong he's going to do it. And this is obviously not a great night.
And to your point, a lot of guys think, hey, I'll beat him away.
Yep.
He's going to breach your brains out going the other way.
Right. Well, particularly when it's, thigh high or, goodness gracious.
So good.
Yankees third baseman Jazz Chisholm Jr. Chisholm makes into tonight's game with left groin tightness.
Left groin tightness for Jazz.
Chisholm Jr.
6-0 Yankees. Belly driving one. Deep right center field. It's going to be run down by Isabel. That thing jumped off the bat. 1 down.
So groin tightness, so that
could be a couple of days.
Yeah, it could be. And Jazz is pretty good at diagnosing stuff. A lot of these guys have gotten really good about saying, I better stop. For a long time, people would play through these. That ball, we just saw that Judge ball again. He didn't miss the fountain by much. That almost went into those waterfalls. Gee whiz.
His ball hit by Peraza, a couple of hops to Witt. Sets his feet, slings it over in time to get Peraza. He was hustling up that line. This is Peraza's first plate appearance. 2 down. Yeah, speedy recovery to Jazz. Yeah, Judge was not getting out of here without at least getting one hit. And boy, did he go deep.
Now Brent Hedrick, as it goes to 6-0. Brent Hedrick's up now.
First pitch fastball to Anthony Volpe for strike. Volpe, an RBI fielder's choice, back in the second since then. Strikeout and a double to right.
25. Wow.
Swing and a miss. Well, he's got a good heater for sure. 96.
Yeah, no, he throws hard. And that actually said the Statcast actually called that a cutter. 96 mile an hour cutter. Wow.
Whatever it was good and well located. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Went right back to it. Highlight of the inning. Another home run by Aaron Judge. Number 25, 59th RBI. Yankee leads 6-0. We go bottom 7 here at Kansas City on WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep.
Step up to the plate with confidence with the Jeep brand's newest MVP, the all.
Well, we're still vibing off the Aaron Judge home run.
Seventh inning stretch. Seventh inning stretch is sponsored by Hatfield. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloins and taste victory with every bite. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes and put pork on your fork.
Brent Hedrick takes over for Clark Schmidt. Nicely done by Clark. 6 innings. 2-hit shutout ball. Big left-hander. First pitch to Salvador Perez in there for a strike.
Now, Hedrick, 4 runs allowed in his last 2 appearances.
For the Royals is number 41, Daniel Lynch.
Daniel Lynch, the 4th, is up. We saw him yesterday. Lefty.
Sal 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop-up. And he lines one down the right field line, going foul. So Perez, Caglione, and Drew Waters, 5, 6, and 7 here for Kansas City. Kansas City, last in runs scored in the American League, 5th in batting average, and last in home runs in the American League.
Tough way to play.
Sure is. Here's a line drive caught by Peraza. Almost took his glove off. Down at third, 1 out.
And the first Yankee home run is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit KiaDealers.com to discover a movement that inspires.
Well, here's Caglione, and Susan, you and I think our first public appearance together at the Italian-American Baseball Federation. He is a proud Italian-American as he lines one into the gap right center field.
He's got a great swing.
Yeah. And I think he's going to be heard from for a long time based on what we've seen at Florida, what we've heard about it in the minors, and what we're starting to see here in the big leagues. Yeah, Jack is a Major League ambassador for the IABF.
This is the pinch hitter, number 12, Nick Lofton.
Nick Lofton will now pinch hit for Drew Waters. Lofton, one of the kids that was brought up when they released and sent down some of the guys that were here. Renfroe, MJ Melendez.
So here's Lofton. A right-hand hitter, and first pitch from Hedrick's outside, 0-1.
Lofton hitting .267, does have a homer, 3 ribbies. He's been only in 10 games, just got here relatively recently.
This one popped up, coming back right to our left. I mean, 10 feet away. 1-1.
Now Fernando Cruz is up.
Lofton hitting .267. This is just his 11th game. Pitch swung on and hit off the end of the bat, foul, right side. $6-0 lead for the Yankees. They made a lot of noise. 5 spots, second inning. 10 men come to the plate. And then Judge hit a home run in the 7th. Hit off the end of the bat, just foul. That's the only home run hit tonight by the Yankees.
Got 3 people left on the Royals bench, Tolbert, Canna, and Fermin.
Almost completely dark here in Kansas City. 1-2 pitch. Off the end of bat. Hit back to Hedrick. Throws the DJ at second for 1 over to first. Not in time. Lofton runs one. Fast runner and a little slow developing play. They do get the lead runner. 1-4 put out. Route number 2. Fielder's choice for Lofton.
And Hedrick did the right thing. You turn around and you throw to the base and someone will be there. You don't wait for someone to get there. So he did as best as he could, but Lofton just too fast.
2 outs. Here's Rave. He struck out swinging and looking. He was the last strikeout victim for Clark Schmidt. Big swing and a miss. Foul back. It's been all Yankees tonight.
And last night. 2 nights.
10-2. Yeah, 10-2 last night. That was, what a display that was. Breaking ball and a good one in there for a strike. 0-2. So Schmidt, nice work tonight. 6 innings, 2-hit shutout ball, 3 walks, and 7 Ks. 0-2. Here's pitch. Breaking ball. Ooh, Hedrick is headed to the dugout, and so is Peraza. 1-2. Lofton runner at first. Hedrick not really concerned about him. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit to right field. Here comes Judge, sinking the liner, but he's going to get there in plenty of time. Makes the catch. That'll do it. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go top 8. It's all Yankees. 6-0 here in Kansas City on WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep.
Life you had. Visit centershealthcare.com today or call us at 800-305-9151. Centers Healthcare. We're not just care. We are care that moves you.
And we got some changes here for Kansas City on the mound. The tall, thin left-hander Daniel Lynch the fourth, and Nick Lofton will take over in left field. Yesterday, Lynch was in. He's been in 28 games, ERA of 2.03, 31 innings pitched.
He's got bottom third of the order. Grisham shows bunt, takes a strike.
And the 8th inning sponsored by Local 3, IBEW, and Nika.
6 runs on 8 hits for the Yankees, no errors. Left 6 on, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. For Kansas City, his pitch fouled off left side. And 5 left on base by KC. Game summary brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. All about the fifth inning, I keep saying the fifth inning, the second inning with a 5 spot for the Yankees. RBIs by Wells, Volpe, Rice, and 2 by Goldschmidt. 10 men came to the plate that inning. That strike 3 called, he knew it. Just walks away. It's a slider down the way. So Grisham is dismissed. And then Aaron Judge on a 1-2 pitch crushed one right center field. Almost put it in the fountains. Home run number 25. RBI number 59. Here's DJ LeMahieu. The lefty Lynch way outside, ball 1.
He's throwing that 4-seamer up and trying to hit the outside corner with it. Just missed. It's at 92. Doesn't throw overly hard.
Yeah, there's fastball over the plate. Check that as a changeup. Man, that's good arm action. Fooled me up here.
Yeah, well, fooled GJ too.
1-1. That time is a fastball at 93 for a called strike. 1-2.
He's throwing that fastball on the outside part of the plate. The changeup moves and goes down and in on DJ.
Bouncing ball, left side, and that's a fair ball thrown off balance, throws wild. Caglione makes the catch, comes down, and then tags the bag to beat DJ for the out.
And Lynch is hurt. He went up in the air and he threw, and he's holding his knee.
Oh, boy.
And that's, wow.
How many times have we seen it when a guy's trying to make a play like that? I mean, for every Max Fried,
or Carlos Rodon, he went up, he stumbled. What happened is he threw, and as he stumbled, he went down, and I think it's his groin.
Yeah, left groin.
He's holding that groin. He was fine. He caught it, and then his right foot went out from under him as he threw and went down, and he immediately grabbed his left groin. So, that's a problem. And he's in a lot of pain here. Oh, God, you hate to see that.
Ugh.
Bending over the trainer, Matt Cotraro and the trainer are out. And he actually made a really good play on it.
It was.
And
good athletic play.
Oh, is he going to try and throw? Whoa. Trying to walk this off?
Yeah,
by the way he was huddled over in pain, I thought he was going to have to
take his glove back. He's not going to quit on that.
No. Well, sometimes it just cramps up. Sometimes you just pull it for a second. He made a terrific play. Went and got it, turned and then jumped through. But as he threw the ball, his ankle went out from under him and he slipped and he fell.
He threw one pitch, seems to be okay. Still gritting his teeth.
I don't know. He is gritting his teeth. He doesn't look very good. He said, "Yeah, I'm fine." Is he saying I'm fine? Yeah, then walk him back. Wow.
Wow.
Well, that was a miraculous recovery. Wow.
Like James Brown, the old bit, he would go down, he would come up with put the cape on and he'd resuscitate. Good for him. Matt Cotraro is having enough problems. He doesn't need one of his guys he relies on in the bullpen to get hurt.
Well, they just put one of their great starters on the IL today, Cole Reagans.
Here's Wells. RBI double back in the second inning. A fielder's choice and a fly to left since then. Pitch misses outside, a slider. 1-0 to Austin. Coming off a big 5 RBI night, a career best last evening. Swings and fouls it off. Upper deck left side. Wind, not a factor here tonight. It was super humid when we started back at 6:41 Central Time. Wells swings and fouls it off.
Let's see what we got now, temperature-wise. It feels cool. So we got air here, so it's down 78.
Yeah.
We hit 90 today here.
Oh, no doubt about that. 1-2 pitch. Swing on a high fly ball, right field. Brave, a few steps to his left, and he makes a catch. And a 1-2-3 inning, and a nice job by Daniel Lynch. The fourth. It looked like he could have been in big-time trouble physically. We go bottom 8-5, make that 6.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Good night here for the Yankees, up 6-0, bottom 8 right now. We pause for station identification on WFAN Yankees Radio.
Your home for Boomerang Geo. Mornings from 6 to 10. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York.
Veteran Mark Canha on a pinch hit. Kyle Isabel leading off in the home eighth here in Kansas City, facing Brent Hedrick, who's going for his second inning of work.
And the eighth inning is sponsored by Local 3 IBEW and Nika.
21,182 on hand here this evening. Sold it out last night. 3,000 plus walk-up last evening. Canha swings first pitch and fouls it back. He's a right-hand hitter, veteran, been around.
Plays everywhere.
Yeah.
Plays it well everywhere.
7th round pick out of Cal Berkeley back in 2010. 36 years old. Way outside. 11 years in the bigs. A's, Mets, Tigers, Brewers, Giants, and now KC. One. Pitch down low. Canha, 253. No homers and 4 RBI. And this is 37th game. 2-1 to him. Infield straight up. Fastball missed away. 2-1. Canha, then India, then Bobby Witt Jr. Wow. Heck of a cut.
Yes, that four-seamer, that was a great cut of that four-seamer 94. Fouled it back. That was his pitch. He missed it.
Don't forget, after the game, stay tuned for the post-game show with Emmanuel Barbari, powered by Verizon. For the latest deals, drop into your local Verizon store. We'll play an umpire, Lance Barrett. Get a few new baseballs.
Kansas City's bullpen is number 61, Angel Serpa.
Angel Serpa is up for Kansas City. I'm throwing lefty.
3-2 here to Canha. And Hedrick with the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Out of play to our right. We saw Serpa last Tuesday, April 15th. 2/3 of an inning. And then we saw him in that finale. Struck out 2 and his only inning of work. Strike 3 called. Canha didn't like it.
Wow.
He thought it was down low. 1 down. Hedrick's first strikeout. Yankees back home back in mid-April. 4-1, 4-2, and 4-3 in a sweep of these Kansas City Royals. Top of the order, here's Jonathan India, second baseman. And there's the back foot breaking ball, ball 1.
Breaking ball a little, running a little bit. India walking a single tonight.
1-0 pitch. Up high with the breaking ball. 2-0. Five runs in the second inning and a Judge home run in the 7th for the 6 runs for the Yankees on 8 hits. Here's a 2-0. Swung on and driven to left. Bellinger going back. He's not going to get it. It hits off the bottom third of the fence. Gets it back into Volpe, and then standing with the double is Jonathan India with 1 out here in the 8th.
And walking a couple of hits tonight for India, and that's what they had been expecting. Hopefully they're starting to get that from him. And this pitch was, well, too much in the middle of the plate. See, he was trying to hit a corner and just went back into the middle. And that. Here comes Aaron Boone.
They get Cruz, who's warming up.
And this pitching change brought to you by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play the newest scratch-off games for a chance to win.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
Is it straight protein?
Yeah.
And that call to the bullpen also brought to you by 877 Cars for Kids. It's Cars with a K to donate your car today. The new pitcher is the right-hander Fernando Cruz. And face the right-hander Bobby Witt Jr.
Be a good matchup.
Yeah.
Fernando with that great splitter. This will be a heck of a test right here. Bobby Witt Jr. tonight, a strikeout, a fly to center, and a fly out to Judge and right. Righty on righty, Cruz got the great split. His first pitch. Missed away, ball one.
Starting with that splitter, too.
Runner at second, bottom of the eighth, 6-0 Yankees. Pitch missed away, ball two. So Cruz got to get back in the count here. Witt is 0 for 2, a walk and 2 strikeouts.
So he's allowed 3 runs in the 3 games off the injured list, so he's got to get back on track.
Yep. Those numbers I just said were against Cruz. 2-0 the count. Pitch swung on a line drive on a fastball, center field. Grisham coming in. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. No. Now they're getting a wave off by the second base umpire. He's selling that he did make the catch. Carlos Torres, the umpire at second.
All right, are they going to look at this? Because Grisham is standing there putting up 2 outs like he got it. So are they going to challenge? Let's see if they are.
He was right the first time. I know that.
And then they're going to look at this. And the 3 of
challenging the call of no catch.
The three outfielders coming off the field.
Coming off the field. Okay. This instant replay review is brought to you by Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. All right, let's see what we can look. Well,
they think they got a catch and double off the runner at second.
Right.
They're like really confident. Oh,
and 3 of them ran off together.
Yeah, they're going to the dugout. Yeah.
He's got it. Well, the
ball stayed in the glove.
It stayed in the glove, but the glove was in between the ball and the ground, so he did not catch the ball on the ground.
He's in the
dugout, and they're taking high fives from people. The rest of the team is out there.
Goldie's out there, Cruz is out there, and Wells. That's it. Everybody else.
Paul probably doesn't want to walk that far if he has to.
So it's under review.
Are they coming back? Well, under review.
Just in case.
Okay. It's taking a long time, New York.
Slicing
Looking
drive.
at it again. Oh, come on, he's got it.
I
He
think he
throws
caught
to
it.
second. Of course he did. Are they walking back? They're walking back. See, if it takes this long, maybe there's not enough evidence to overturn the call.
India, the runner, took off for third thinking it was a non-catch. It's a catch. It's going to be a double play. It'll be an 8-3-4 put away.
Well, now everyone's walking back. So they're all walking back, so maybe they're not going to overturn this.
Well, India's back at second.
Standing there talking to DJ. We're not going to judge.
Talking to judge.
Should have known he's a head taller.
Oh, at least. Meanwhile, the Yankees lead 6-0 as we play bottom of the 8th.
Well, Matt just had an interesting thought. It might be a catch, but not a double play because India was actually going based on what the umpire signaled. So he shouldn't be penalized for that.
After review, the call is overturned. It is a catch. So the batter is out. However, the runner will be placed at second base, and New York will retain their challenge.
Good call, Matt.
So that's what we think, because he went because the umpire said it wasn't a catch. So he shouldn't be punished because he made a mistake. So India goes back to second.
And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. So Trent Grisham, he's making plays in center field.
Yeah.
He's outstanding.
So that's 2. He
made that great diving catch on Waters back in the second inning, and another one here. So India taking a big lead at second, and a first pitch strike, Michael Garcia. Garcia tonight, 1 for 3. Royals now have 4 hits, no runs, 4 hits. The Yankees 6 runs, 8 hits. Swing and a miss. That split comes up so tantalizing, and then it goes, oops. Takes a left-hand turn. 0-2, 2 out. 102nd. Cruz checks the runner at second. India bouncing around. And the pitch. Just inside. 1-2. The 2 brilliant catches tonight by Trent Grisham.
He was right on both of them. Well, the player usually knows whether they got it right and whether they caught it or not.
Pitch outside. 2-2. Yankees 5 runs in the second, 1 in the 7th on a Judge home run. His 25th, RBI number 59. Infield's playing straight up for Michael Garcia, the third baseman for Kansas City. Cruz ready with the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on, bouncing ball. Volpe takes it. Throws over in time to retire the side. Okay. We go top 9. It's all Yankees. 6-0 on top of Kansas City here on WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep.
Sal Licata here, and wow, are we thrilled with the incredible job CertaPro Painters did on our
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Yankees on top, in charge, 6-0, coming off a 10-2 beating of Kansas City last night. Marcana stays in the game. He'll be in right field. Moving from right field to center is John Rave and Angel Zerpa, left-hander. We saw a couple of times in New York. He's going to take over for Kansas City. He'll face the Yankees top of the order. Zerpa is 25 years old, out of Venezuela. 6 foot 220. His first hitter is going to be Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike. Goldie, a couple of hits tonight. 2 for 4. Strikeout, RBI, 2-run single. Single to left and a line out hard to India, the second baseman. Broken bat. Oh my goodness. Caglione fields in front of the second baseman, throws to Zerpa, who covered. Goldie swung, took a look, he saw 7/8 of his bat go behind home plate up against the wall. I was like, oh my goodness. That was crazy. It kindling in his hand going up the first base line, 1 out. There's Ben Rice. Hit the ball 3 times, left side, swing and a miss, a little later on a high fastball. Ben to ground out to second, then a base hit to left, fly out to left, and another fly out to left. Here's 0-1 from Zerpa. Swing and a miss. Fastball went right after him at 97. Witt playing up the middle. Third baseman Garcia well off the line and deep. Pitch swung on, foul straight back.
Number 56, Mark Leiter Jr. has resumed warming in the Yankees bullpen.
So it looks like Mark Leiter Jr. is going to throw the ninth for the Yankees. He'll get the middle of the order past Contino, Perez, and Caglione. 6 runs, 8 hits for the Yankees. They've stranded 6. No runs, 4 hits. No errors for KC. They've stranded 6. 0-2. It's late swing. Upper deck behind home plate. Aaron Judge on deck. And you know that's a must-see and a must-listen to every time he comes to the plate. Here comes the 0-2 and a pitch. Outside, he did a little crossfire. Lefty against lefty here. Ball 1-1-2. Susan making her way down to the camera well for star of the game show. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, strike 3, called. He knew it. He bent out of the way. That thing started at him and then broke right over the plate for a strike. There's 2 outs. And Zerpa with the K. And Zerpa in his 5th year with Kansas City, 3-0 record, a 4.18 ERA. Here is the big man, Aaron Judge. This should be fun. Home run to right center field. It was a blast. First pitch fastball in the outside corner, strike 1. Judge 0 for 2 career against Zerpa. Left-hander winds the 0-1. Swing and a miss. What a big swing. 0-2. Judge hit a large supersized home run right center field last time up. Here's the 0-2. Did he check his swing? No, he didn't. It's his first base umpire, Alfonso Marquez. Second time he's been called out on a check swing. Hey, the good news, it's bottom 9 coming up. Yankees lead 6-0. Mark Leiter Jr. coming on for the final 3 outs. We take a break, and we'll be right back to you on WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep.
Step up to the plate with confidence.
in common. One thing in common. Their unmatched quality standards. Standard ignitions and emission parts are available at Parts Authority, where the answer is yes.
Well, here we go. Bottom of the ninth inning. Mark Leiter Jr. for the final 3 outs for the Yankees. They have a 6-0 lead. And they did it in a big way in the second inning. 5 runs and then added a Judge home run in the 7th. And Pasquantino going to use his timeout before Leiter even gets a chance to throw a pitch. Leiter's been terrific against left-hand hitters. Works out of the stretch from the first base side of the rubber. And his first pitch. Swing and a miss. The fastball running away from Pasquantino. Big Vinny 0 for 2 with a walk. Leiter 34 years old. 6th year in the bigs. Second season with the Yankees. Next pitch outside. 1-1. Leiter 3-3 with a 3.38 ERA. This is game number 31 for him. Struck out 39, has only walked 8. Breaking ball, swung on, popped up, playable. Here comes Peraza. Now Wells, Peraza calling him off, and then he didn't get there in time. He dove for it and missed it. It was a late call off. Wells had a chance to make the play. He turned his back to the on-rushing third baseman, but he said, all right, I'll peel. And that'll be as the old coach used to say, a home run and a test tube. Straight up. How about that? Ties his career best. 11 consecutive games with a hit with a ball that went probably, 150 feet in the air and went up the line about 20 feet. Breaking ball to Sal Perez. This is away, ball 1. Yankees trying to work a shutout here. Like a wood chip left over from the late gamer bat of Paul Goldschmidt was just thrown out by Lance Barrett, the home plate umpire. Here's pitch. Swing on a high fly ball left field. Sal got all of this one. Going back is Bellinger. Going to watch it fly. There'll be no shutout tonight. Big Sal, his 6th home run. And RBI's 32 and 33. Estimated distance 404. And that from the get-go on contact. It had the sound and sure did have the look and carry. So 6-2 Yankee lead now. One of the favorite players probably in the history of this organization, Salvador Perez. Now that's baseball, right? Sky high, 20-foot base hit and then a bomb or a home run. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed it by Caglione, who's way out front. He can hit a fastball, so he's going to see a lot of off-speed pitches. Struck out on 2 knuckle curves by starter Clark Schmidt. There's a breaking ball missed outside. 1-1. So the crowd of 21,182 got a little something to cheer in the hometown 9. Fireworks smoke wafting out in left field. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit up the middle. So Scribber, Volpe takes his time, guns it over to get Caglione, was hustling up the line. It'll be 1 out. Big kid can run. 6'5", 255. He's put together and can really move. Good play by Volpe, knowing who he was dealing with, too. That was great. There's Nick Lofton coming up. He's showing a fielder's choice.
Devin Williams has begun warming in New York's bullpen.
Devin Williams starting to heat up. Bouncing ball, third base side. Fair ball. Peraza sets his feet. Throws over. Stretch and a dig by Goldschmidt. But not in time. Good hustle by Lofton for an infield base hit.
Base hit.
Peraza playing deep at third. That was a good play. And the throw was on the money, but getting up that line was Lofton. Here's John Rave coming up. So you got a 6-2 ball game. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Yankees. 2 runs, 7 hits for Kansas City. Peraza off the line, toes on the grass. Volpe playing up the middle. First pitch. Fastball missed up high. Rave, 2 strikeouts and a fly to right. He's 0 for 3. Little left-hand hitter. DJ guarding the 4-hole on the right side. There's 1-0. Swung on a hit down the left field line. Boy, that could have been trouble. Plays foul, 1-1. Leiter would love a double play ball right about here. 1-1. Breaking ball, swing on a miss. Way out in front. 1-2. 2 runs in on a Perez home run. 1 out, runner at first. Bottom of the 9th here in Kansas City. Peraza now backs up into a shortstop position with Volpe guarding the middle. 1-2. Here to Rave. The pitch. A little dribbler back to Leiter. Recovers, throws, and gets away from Goldie. And the runner at second's going to proceed, try to come home. Here's Judge's throw to the plate, not in time. That was a crazy play. The ball hit off a Leiter, knocked him off balance. He tried to make a Superman play, and it didn't work. So now it's a 6-3 ball game. Runner at second.
E1.
So base hit.
Runners to advance, no RBI.
And wow, coming all the way around from first is Lofton. So gets second on the base hit, comes home on the E1. Getting a little hairy here, and Aaron Boone says he's seen enough. He's going to bring in Devin Williams with 1 out and a 6-3 ball game. Wow, this pitching change and this slowdown in action brought to you by Iservay.
I'm Bobber. Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Pitching change sponsored by River Spring Living. I've seen firsthand what makes life at River Spring Living special. Schedule a tour at riverspringliving.com, livingspring.org. Do that today. Runner at second. 6-3 lead Yankees. 1 out, bottom 9. Veteran right-hand hitter Mark Canha coming to the plate. Devin Williams takes over. Save opportunity brought to you by Workman Circle Multi-Care Center. 1 out, runner at second. One more base runner could really be problematic here. See if Williams has good command of his fastball. First pitch. Changeup. Missed. Ball 1. Canha came into the game as a pinch hitter back in the 8th inning and struck out looking on a 3-2 pitch. Devin Williams really needs to get it going right here. 1-0 pitch. There's a fastball for a strike. 1-1. Devin Williams against Canna. Canna's 1 for 1. Next pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Last time we saw Devin was Friday against Boston. Pitched a scoreless inning, struck out 1. Did hit a batter. Yankees won 9-6. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup and a beauty at 81. A swing and a miss way out in front. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck hitters, Jonathan India, and he's feeling good about himself tonight with 2 hits. 2 for 3 with a walk. And we really want to get Canna out here. Can't afford to have him on base. Yankees up 6-3 now. Williams ready. Checks the runner at second. Here comes a 2-2 to Mark Canna. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Changeup just died coming up there with a little bit of a break. Almost in the left-hand hitter's batter's box. 2 down. So it brings up Jonathan India. India 0 for 1 with a walk career against Devin Williams. First pitch. There's a changeup at 80 for a called strike. Williams calls his own game. Got pitch calm on his right hip. 2 out, 6-3 Yankees. Runner at second. Here's the next pitch. Fastball, long hold by Wells. They might have had a point. Didn't get the call. 1-1. Aaron Boone recently talking, make that Matt Blake conversation I had. It's all about fastball command. Changeup is fine. Here's 1-1. Pitch. Hit to right side. Goldschmidt's right there. Smothers it. Takes it to the bag. Victory for the New York Yankees. 6-3 final here in Kansas City. And they win this series. And they are now 5-0 on the season against the Royals. A little bit of sweat coming up here in this 9th inning. When Goldie took care of that hard line ground ball off the bat of Jonathan India. Wow. So a 6-3 final as Kansas City made a lot of noise in the 9th inning, sending 7 men to the plate.
Time, 2 hours and 57 minutes.
Another long game, 2 hours and 57 minutes this evening. And right now the high five line out right behind the mound is starting 9 making their way towards the third base line so they can high five the rest of the crew. Clark Schmidt, nice work by him. 6 strong innings, a 2-hit shutout ball, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. And Aaron Judge gave everybody a big thrill with another mammoth home run. This one went to right center field. And a big second inning where the Yankees scored 5 times, sending 10 men to the plate. Susan Star of the Game is sponsored by Total Orthopedics, the experts at getting you back at being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com. Susan, take it away.
Okay, David, starting the game is Paul Goldschmidt. We were going to start with starting pitching, but let's start with that 9th inning. What is the feeling you've got when you make that final out finally?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, yeah, there's they had a good job coming back right there and getting guys on base, making us bring Devin in the game, but have a lot of confidence there and just a good win.
You know, when you started in that first inning, I was going to ask you both about Bubic and about Clark. Because Bubic 1, 2, 3 in the first inning, what did you guys see, or what happened in that second inning that you guys were able to do that?
Looking at the second inning, I think just a lot of good at-bats and some 2-out big hits, because I think we had 2 outs there, or maybe 1 run in, and Wells got a hit, I got a hit, Ben Rice got a hit. So we scored 4 of those runs, I believe, with 2 outs, and then he did a good job putting up a few more zeros, and Clark did an amazing job going 6 and, giving us that big lead.
The thing that's amazing, you just talk about the 2-out hits. So many of them in the last couple of weeks, so many 2-out hits, and what's the saying? 2-out hits win your ball game.
Yeah, and of course it's frustrating when we don't get them, but I think, our plan as an offense is to just have a good at-bat every time we step in there. You're going to go through some stretches where you're kind of getting those hits, and sometimes when you're not, but as long as we give ourselves chances, we're going to have a shot. Really deep lineup. I mean, what Wells has done this series, so many big hits, lots of RBIs, and hopefully we'll keep it going.
With Clark Schmidt, that first inning struggled a little bit, but you look down at the end, and there's 6, and there's no runs and just a couple of hits. And what was he able to do after that first inning?
He really attacked well tonight. He gets in trouble like most pitchers when they fall behind. He fell behind a few guys and was able to get back in the count and get some outs. Some great plays by Trent Grisham out there as well, and just a great job. We scored, and if they would have been able to get a couple more runs, I think the game could have went the other way. But to keep putting up zeros, it just kept giving us momentum, and we were able to hold on and win.
As always, thank you very much, Paul.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, Dave, back up to you.
All right, Susan, thank you, and thank you, Paul. Yankees win it. 6-3. Happy totals coming your way after this timeout on WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep.
Taking a Cadillac is more than just taking a drive. It elevates every journey. It's the smooth excitement of an all-electric Lyriq, the exhilarating thrill of pushing the limits in a Cadillac Optic, the liberating freedom in